And here we are, finally live. Soon, this live game of Wacky World of Lou will receive a notification that will pop into our Discord server. So people from Discord, you're gonna be able to join us very, very soon if you're not here already. Meanwhile, as always, I gotta do my little two steps move where I'm gonna go here on my Twitch account, my channel. Then I'm gonna look at the live. Bam, there you go. Texas Sheep and Death. Export it, share to Discord, share in Dungeon for All, share to announcements at everybody. Is it everybody or everyone? I always forget.
Everybody.
At everyone.
Everyone on Discord, right? Or everybody?
You
At
can
everyone.
also do
Yeah, right.
/add here. But
Let me
that's
see very
for
quickly on
people that's
announcements. Announcements. It is. Where is announcements? It is at everyone. Perfect. What happened? Okay, let me do one more time. My two-step move, Pam. Share to at Discord. Check out Texas at everyone. Post. Oh, we did it. Perfect. There we go. Now we can focus on the people that we have and the pleasure of being together with Shpatapapam, these beautiful people. We got them good. It took us some long time, but we managed to bring them on, and we also have a returning player. We have Ava. Thank you so much for coming back, Ava. We're gonna be super happy to see your centaur, even though today you don't have your face paint, but it's gonna be for another time, I feel. Before we go in, usually what we do is that if someone we give the possibility for everybody to sort of talk about their characters if they want, and also if you want to tell anything very quickly again about what you do in life, if it's D&D related or projects you're doing, you're more than welcome to put yourself on the spotlight very quickly, not a lot of time. Paddy, do you have anything you would like to say about your character, yourself?
Hi, I'm Paddy Pie. I sometimes stream, but not as much. It's on the same tag. But I'm 23, and I'm that was all.
Okay. Big Nut, go ahead.
Okay, I'm just gonna say small details about my character. It's gonna be a bucket, custom lineage. What else is it? Is it to say it's a bucket?
All right,
it's a
amazing.
sorcerer.
Perfect. And we got then Milos.
Well, what's more to say than mine's a heavily tattooed mercenary that is
all. All right. And for
fighter,
Eva, Eva, we already got to know your character, but if you want to remember us who your mighty character is, we would love to hear it. And by the way, she's gonna be playing as a level 2 character today, so
yeah. My character name's Dahlia. She's a cantor who loves all sort of drinks, to put it nicely.
so like a brewer.
She's not the smartest person in the world.
We got already a supporter for Buckety. We got Bucket. Woo!
Yeah!
All right. Without any further ado, since we're so late, let's get right into it. No, wait. That's not the actual banner. We gotta go here first. Let's take it one step at a time. Perfect. Now I can share my screen. Bam. There we go. No. What happened? There you go. The second time is always the best time. Let me zoom out a little bit. Today, come here. Stay there. Don't move. There you go. So if I am not mistaken, that's what you should be able to see. Okay, so everybody, all of you, every single one of you, roll me for perception. That's how we start our game today.
Perception, very well.
Starting great.
Yeah, can live with it.
Wow.
17 is good.
I started with a net 1, so that's always a good way to start a game.
Oh.
I got a 17 and beyond. If you want me to roll in and roll 20, I'll do that too for you.
You can. No. I trust you all. It's okay. So
Okay,
Let me just
cool.
do this. Perfect. So we got a 17. You said, right? No.
Yep.
Okay. One thing, if you're rolling somewhere else, I would say just like type in the chat on Roll20 what you roll, so everybody also can. Even though you didn't roll it on Roll20, we at least get to see what number you rolled.
There you go.
Perfect. If you also can, very quickly as we keep playing, switch your names on Roll20 to your character's name. That would like make it easier, so we can actually see when you roll who rolled for what.
So, Bucky.
Okay. Perfect. So with 2 17s, this is what you see. You have had the pleasure of finally being called to earn some money with a apparently very easy quest. As many of you know, here in the wacky world of Lu, which you know also as the Lu region, work is very hard to come by, especially good paid work. Here, people are very poor. This seemed to be an old. I just realized that like this soundtrack is so eerie for no reason. Let me do this. Maybe it's gonna be a little bit less. Okay, so you know that this feels to be some sort of this is much more peaceful. There you go. Some sort of like a civilization that was led to waste, and now it's sort of like just collecting itself. This is why there's not many good paying jobs, and you get the chance now to earn some good coin, as you've received this news that a local authority that has been trying to raise its military and political power in this area has demanded for some henchmen to actually help her with collecting some money, which she would be splitting with you if you are successful in your quest. You were told to exactly meet in the spot where all of you are moving at one specific time, and as in all the Dungeons and Dragons games, as all the tropes that have ever been invented, you guys are meeting for the first time in the same place. With your 17 check, let me see again who rolled for 17 here. Orem. So with your 17, Orem, I feel someone's audio was fitting in. So Orem, with your 17, you're looking around and you're able to spot a bunch of people. The most interesting thing is that one of them appears to not be completely human. It appears that perhaps they could be a centaur. And another one, it's slightly small than a normal humanoid creature, you would say. And also it's oddly weird, as his head doesn't appear to be humanoid. Actually, it appears to be hollow, and it seems that it has some sort of liquid inside. And then you see a guy with like blonde hair and a banner. If you want to inspect them further, I could allow you to like check them out a little bit more.
No, I would love to.
Okay, so tell me which one you would like to focus on to
I
investigate.
think the most interesting of those bunch would be the bucket.
Okay, so roll an investigation check for the bucket.
An investigation. There it is. $18.
Okay, with 18 investigation, you can see pretty clearly this character. Now, Buckety, there's actually Bucky. Sorry, there's
Don't worry.
There's two things that you can do here. You can either describe your character naturally as he would be, or you could try and roll a performance check to make your character appear for something that he is not.
No, I'll go for it. So you see a bucket. It's a oak bucket. It has a green robe, a green wizard's robe, where the ends are burnt off. There are burn marks on the robe. Plus that the eyes are like the eye colors are leafy green, and the pupils are glowing charcoal.
Perfect. Of course, your mantle here, as everybody can see, is not green; it's yellow. just because I didn't get the chance to fully in detail get your character description.
Yeah.
But it's okay. And then, Aurum, are you looking at something specific about this bucket, like some dynamic for which how could this be alive or something like that?
Am I allowed to speak?
Aurum, yes, you're allowed to speak. You can speak at any given moment. Or were you role playing? Sorry, did I interrupt your role playing?
No, it was like if I'm already allowed to roleplay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Weird creature. What are you? Like,
Oh, hello. I am a bucket, as you can see. I was created by a wizard quite some time ago. It's about 20 years ago from now. He sadly died a couple years back in a house fire.
I just
was-
realized you're a bucket and you died in a house fire.
Yeah, my creator died in a house fire. Ironically enough, he also created me because of a house fire.
so he died of the cause you were created for.
Firstly, it was a house fire that was under. It was a big fire. He tried to use his magic to make different objects float, and for example, he tried to pick up water with me and throw it, but he panicked and made the wrong spell, so I got animated.
Can your water flow out?
Oh yes, indeed. I used the water to basically just make a long spear made out of completely water. I can more or less turn the water into any weapon as I please.
So you concentrate on water magic. Do I get this right?
What? Can you say that again? The last part?
You concentrate on water magic.
Partly. I also have a few fire spells that my master learnt me. Before he died, he tried to learn me different spells. Of course, he was a wizard, so I got a few different things that I learned from him. Some fire spells, but of course, I also control water or shape water, as you may
So,
call it.
sorry to interrupt you, but do I get this right? You were created because you should be against, because an accident while a fire was happening. You're concentrating on water spells, but you also do fire spells. Did you burn your own master?
We already solved the mystery.
No, because I also have a I didn't kill my master. Don't get. Now
Are
you're
you
just
trying to do
making me upset.
Do
Okay.
you want to do a deception check there?
I don't try to hide things.
No, I'm telling to him. Like, are you speaking the truth or are you
no.
trying to hide
Yeah,
stuff?
it is the truth. It's just I'm getting sad here. Thinking of my dear father.
Ymir and Delia, you can come in at any moment at this point. You have a set bucket in front of you.
Is your water drinkable?
Oh, no.
Yes, it is drinkable, but of course I have complete control over it. So you can, of course, drink it, but I'll just throw it up your throat again and back into my bucket.
That
Ah?
sounds nice.
I mean, of course, I can unbound it, but then again, I get stupid because for some reason, my liquid is my brain.
So you die if everything is empty.
No.
If-
I don't die. I just get very stupid. like,
Can't we
oh
my
just
God.
refill it?
Yeah, I can refill it.
So if it's your brain, get I smart if I drink you.
No, it's normal water. I have no clue how a bucket living works. I just know I'm here.
But like,
Could be a
will
cursed
the water
item.
refill itself?
What?
Oh my god.
Like, if I take and empty you, do at some point you get water back? Like,
No.
can the brain rebuild itself?
No, but like the water, it's bound to me. There you have it. So if you want to try to get it out, it's gonna be a pretty difficult time unless I let it separate with me.
So, if your bucket thing that's holding all your water in gets smashed, the water itself holds the shape of the bucket, right?
I mean, if I get knocked unconscious, I don't remember what exactly. It's a long time since the last time I got knocked unconscious, but
Dear lads, you hear a voice from the distance coming forward. I see you found yourself a good distraction for the time that it took me to arrive. I am sorry for making you waiting.
Oh, the lady herself.
Yeah, of course, the lady herself. It is me, Jane Pennyworth, the one and only. Of course, I'm glad that you all answered my call. As you might probably know me, I am the proud owner of the Pennyworth Copper Bank, and I am building my own fortune off this land. And you could be the owners of some of that fortune too. The only thing you have to do is help me out a little bit. Come on, you want to help a lady out, right? And if you help this lady out, you can also get some coin. And who stops you perhaps from one day becoming also part of my militia? So, there's also the
Oh.
possibility of growing in ranking here, just saying.
Militia, I'm not quite familiar with that.
So,
Well,
what's your name again? I didn't really catch your name there, mister.
oh, I'm a William Lapsus, my lady.
Oh, Orem. Okay. So as you probably know, in the region of Lu, we sort of like the economy collapsed and all the villages are sort of like left abandoned to themselves. All the nobles sort of like disappeared for different reasons, from the major top to other like great noble families. So there has been for many years a lot of confusion, but now strong figures, quite like myself, are taking a dominant stand on this land, and you better make your right choice in joining me.
Well, Mrs. Pennyworth, if you got the coin, I'm for hire.
I got the coin. I might be one of the only ones who got the coin in this godforsaken Lu land.
But I have some stipulations of my own.
What are your stipulations, good sir?
You can have me kill anybody as far as a military campaign goes. But I will not kill women, children, or the innocent.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not sending you to kill anybody right away. It's quite more a simpler task. You see, it is a menial task of tax collecting. You see, these sheep herders in this village, they've been lacking in their tax payments. You see, they claim that they couldn't sell their wool or just like make enough money to pay for the taxes, but taxes are as true and as certain as death, and they're gonna have to pay them to me. And if they don't, well, it is up to you to perhaps show them the fact that Jane Pennyworth does not take a no as an answer, and just collect anything that you deem to be worth enough as their taxation money.
Okay,
Sounds good
if you
to you?
got, like I said before, if you got the coin, you can buy my sword. However, if I find that they were not lying to you, my sword will find its way to your chest.
Oh, already? Huh. Oh, okay. It's not like every day that she takes out a fan, she starts fanning herself. It's not like every day that you get a life, your life threatened by a tattooed military guy. Look at you, hot honcho. Then she closes her fan. She gets very up close to you, and you can see that from her fan, there's like a little blade coming out, and she puts it to your throat and says, "If you think I'm just like a harmless lady, then you're very mistaken. I've not gotten to the position where I am just by being cute. I got into the position where I am by being cute and harsh. So if you want to grow in this land, you better do what I tell you and take the beautiful crops out of that work. If you want to play smart,
I will take the crops if you are honest. If these farmers have not sold or been able to sell their produce and products, I will not take your crops or your so-called taxes.
we shall see. For now, try and collect the taxes. That is all. Is everybody else okay with that? Your payment shall, of course, be part of those taxes. Every house in the village is supposed to give me 5 copper pieces for their taxes.
That should be no problem.
Oh yes, or what's it again? You sound like a very just like mindful fellow. You don't ask many questions. You sort of like get the vibe and you go for it. Good job.
Thank you.
And what the heck is this?
It's a bucket.
It's a bucket. Okay. Oh, I didn't know we were hiring buckets for tax collection now.
Don't worry
Hey,
about
leave
it.
my
Could
buddy bucket
probably
alone.
Keep the coin in his head,
name's-
you know.
Yeah, you know
Name's
what?
Bucky.
All right, little guy. And she sort of like comes close to you and starts to
Don't-
shake your bucket.
Don't call me little, please. I don't like to be disrespected.
All right, Bucky. Why don't you do this? As the big guys go out and collect the money for the taxes, how about you do a little dance around in the villages and see if someone flips a coin in your little wellhead so we can get some extra coins? How about that?
Again, I do not like to be disrespected.
Well, no disrespect intended. All right, people, please do hurry with the tax collection, and I will wait here.
Can I do an insight roll on her
On her what?
on Penny?
Oh, just like on her. on her.
Pennyworth?
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Yes. Go ahead.
Let's see. Oh yikes. Let's see. 5.
Nice. Okay, and remember to add that to the perfect. So 5.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to spot on her? Are you just like looking at her?
Just the evil. I can only sense that there's some kind of evil, but I want to figure out what her intentions are.
I mean that's pretty low roll. You might
Yeah.
try and ask like the help of some of your friends into establishing that.
I'll help.
So with the help action, Bucky, you can roll another time, and we'll consider it with advantage.
Okay, cool. Oh yikes! Natural 1. 4.
She looks at you, Bucky, and says, "What are you staring at, Bucky? Okay, the village is up there." She points north. That's where you gotta go to get your money, else you're gonna be a starving bucket.
Nothing. It's just you have a very interesting face. It's very. It's a nice characteristic.
As I said, I am beautiful and hardcore, and this is why I am Lady Jane Pennyworth, of course.
Yes, indeed. I will not disagree with you on that.
By the way, where would we find you after collecting the taxes, Miss or Mrs. Pennyworth?
I am not anybody's missus. I'm a lonely woman, a lonely, independent, and strong woman. That said, you can definitely find me up north. Actually, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay right here. This is this South Street brings actually to my little just like my I don't want to say hideout because hideout sounds like an evil lair. But okay, south from here there is my base, my operational base. So I'm gonna stay here so I can collect the taxes money from you and then bring it directly to my operational base.
Very well.
Up north you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wait.
And as she points you up, you guys can roll perception with advantage because she's literally giving you advantage.
oh yeah, so many bad rolls.
I mean, we have a 22 and a 20.
Got it.
They're amazing. Okay, so with
I
the
got a
22,
9.
it's okay. So with the 22 and the 20, you guys get a pretty good roll. So as you move your tokens here at the bottom of the hill, you can see in front of you, of course, a hill. So this green part is actually the terrain that's actually like bumping up and raising itself. And you can also see what appears to be right over here. It appears to be like the remains of a small wall surrounding this hill that has been destroyed. Not recently, it seems to be quite old. And the debris of this wall, like all these bricks, are all around the walls, and some of the wall still stands up. You can see also some smoke rising from behind the wall, and as it appears that there is a small campfire inside of it.
Wonder what's cooking over there.
Probably just a village. Where should we go?
Yeah. Sure don't hope the village is cooking.
Let's
Was
go.
that a
Should we
pun?
go? Are we gonna go right or like the right side?
Or just no.
You can also go.
We
You can also go
right
straight,
through.
right
Okay.
through.
Maybe not through the wall, but yeah.
I bet you I can jump over the wall. She's gonna definitely try to jump over the wall.
Yeah, you can do an athletic check or acrobatic to jump over the wall if you want.
Yep.
Oh,
19.
You do a perfect like horseback riding like athletic competition jump, and you manage to get on the other side of the wall where you actually see three armed men and like one armed woman with no helmet. And it seems that they were sort of like camping out here in the middle of this area where it appears that it used to be some sort of like ancient like campfire area within these walls, but now that the walls are destroyed, it's just like an area surrounded by some open walls. As you jump, do you guys all enter? Nobody stealths? Okay, perfect. Yeah, this warrior woman, she sort of like turns around, takes out her sword and shield. Ahoy there! Oh, what you doing entering like this in my campfire area, huh? You guys are acting. You looking for death by the Blade family, huh?
I'm sorry,
We're
but you're
doing
gonna
tough
have.
things.
Can I
gonna
convince
have-
them to join my mercenary guild?
You don't even know who they are. Let's try and figure out who they are first.
I don't care who they are. They got swords. I want them.
Good morning. Even what time is it?
Evening.
No. It's probably morning.
Good morning, my fellas.
Good morning to
Um,
you, sir.
We sadly don't know you yet. So you said you're the Swart family. Do I get that
Yeah.
right?
Yes, they're the Sword Brothers. I'm the Sword Sister. We are a band of bandits.
And so you don't belong to the village.
Oh, we don't belong to the village. We travel around. We're actually planning on ransacking this village, but you're here to challenge our authority over the ransacking of the village, huh?
Of course
Yeah.
not. Why should I?
Yeah, most
Wait, what?
definitely.
No, don't listen to it. No, we don't challenge any authority here.
And who are you working for to challenge the authority of the Blade brothers and sisters?
I'm working for myself, of course.
No, you have a
Who
name
the
that you
fuck
can
are you
drop here.
working for?
You can drop the name of the lady who hired you here, but of course,
We're working for Miss Pennyworth, whatever the hell she wants to do with this village. She told us we
There
were
you
to
go.
collect taxes.
the Sword Sister. As soon as you drop the name Pennyworth, he goes, "You guys are you all are working for Pennyworth, the tough. Oh no, we don't want to mess with Pennyworth." The other guys in the back said, "No,
Well,
we."
Well, yes, we do work for Pennyworth. She hasn't paid us anything yet, so as far as I'm concerned, I might be willing to take y'all into my mercenary guild so that we can figure out what her nefarious plans are and maybe make the village a better place.
What's your name, blonde guy? You sound like you sound insane going against the Pennyworth lady. She's a tremendous woman. I don't think you understand what you be going against.
She rubbed me wrong, and my name is Ymir. So if y'all are more than welcome to run away, or you can stay and help make a change.
Make a change for what? You're working for her.
Oh, she hasn't paid us yet. I am a mercenary. My sword does not come without change. Or money in this case.
Oh, so you're not actual like henchmen of Pennyworth. She turns around to her
No.
brothers. Like they're just like swords for hire. You know what we do to swords for hire around here? And they are like preparing their swords, feeling more confident.
Are you really trying to threaten us when your name is the, what was it, Sword Family?
Or the Blade family. Sword.
No,
sword
you said
fam-
Sword Family. It's definitely a bad name. I'm sorry, but if you're gonna be threatening, you're gonna have to work with that. I'm sorry, but it's
Are
kind
you-
of stupid.
Are you
I feel like there's a lack of intelligence beyond you guys.
How about I propose this?
oh
Single combat. One of your siblings, the best one, versus one of us, our best one.
Hmm.
Whoever loses has to do what the other says.
I'm not a toddler. I don't play these sort of games. I'll do you one better.
No,
Sounds like a chicken. Sounds like a chicken.
She doesn't dare fight one of us.
Roll me a persuasion check for the chicken joke.
Dahlia is definitely backing me up.
If this damn tablet will work. I am getting pissed off at it. It keeps shutting off. Well, not completely shutting off, but yeah.
So what's your persuasion roll?
I'm trying to get the tablet to turn back on. It locked the screen and it's being stupid. So would
Don't worry,
somebody roll for me?
Yeah, Dahlia, roll persuasion.
Me?
Yeah. Do you
Not
have very low
intimidation.
persuasion? You want to roll intimidation? Okay.
Oh, it's the 19.
So 19 intimidation.
No, it's 14.
Okay. Yeah, the sword brothers and sisters. And as you're looking at them a little bit more, they seem to have like very cheap and rudimental equipment, and also it doesn't appear that they have been carrying any goods with them. As far as you see, it could be that this was like the first time that they were like gathering and trying to ransack a village. You also have never heard of them, so they're absolutely like a new group of just like these 4 people that are trying to build a name for themselves as bandits.
Uh,
Yeah, go ahead. You're gonna say something?
Can I roll insight on their intelligence?
Yeah, try.
Okay. What's off for?
That's just a 4. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, they don't look extremely stupid, and it could be that just like they lack a little bit of organization, but they definitely, if you were like a normal person, like a villager, you would be intimidated by them just for the fact that they have like good swords, not rusty or broken.
Okay.
So the woman here, the sword sister, she looks at you, Ymir, and says, "You calling us chickens? You want to know who's really a chicken? I dare you to go into the abandoned tower of the wizard and stay there for 1 minute. Nobody goes in the abandoned tower because everybody's too scared because of the legend." And all the other brothers go like, "Oh, the abandoned
What?
tower! Oh no, no, no!"
Okay, what is
legend?
this legend?
The legend says, hear me, and she goes like next to the fire. Hear me, the legend says that an old wizard lived in that tower once when this hill was actually the home of a great noble family. The name of the noble family has since been lost, and the only thing that remains are these broken walls and the entrance to an estate that has since been closed. A tower also remains, but nobody dares to enter, for they always hear the terrible screams of the wizard, who still alive is at the top of the tower, but some say stuck. And
So
has he's
you-
been stuck for all these years, some say he has turned into an evil undead wizard.
So you mean he is cursed?
We don't even know if he's alive. People are too scared. Could be a
I will
ghost,
go
could be
then.
anything.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Oh,
Sounds
can we
very
do this?
fun. I have a proposal.
Yes.
If we go into the tower and retrieve a, let's say, either a artifact or a item that proves that he's, let's say, alive or still there, and that we've actually been in there, will you be willing to give up your armor and your items and just stroll away?
We
No,
sold
I want these-
everything. We sold
I want
everything we
these
ever
guys-
possessed for this.
I want
Can't
these
we
guys in
just-
my mercenary group.
Yeah.
They
can't
keep
we
their
just
weapons.
give
They just
them?
join us. They join us instead. How about that? That way
Okay.
they didn't waste their money.
If you manage to go in that tower, go all the way up, survive somehow, and bring back proof that you've been there, yes,
All
we will
of us
consider
or
joining
just
you.
one.
Oh no, not just consider. You have to pinky promise.
Pinky promise from one lady to another one. She sort of like comes up to you and brings out her fist with the pinky. She's like waiting for you to grab the pinky so
Yeah.
you can pinky. Yeah, there you go. And you pinky promise. And can someone also roll me a perception check as they pinky promise?
Of course.
All of us?
No. It was with advantage. Fuck. I'm sorry. I rolled with advantage. I'm sorry.
I mean, we count the first one, which was a net 1. Aurum, you see that the lady, as she's the blade sister, the sword sister, Sword, sister, swords. So as she's pinky promising with Delia, you can see that she has her hands behind and she's crossing her fingers.
No.
Hmm. Interesting.
Can I use my shape water to freeze her fingers, considering that she has liquid
It depends.
in her
It
fingers?
depends if Orem
No, I
tells
will
you.
keep it for myself.
Oh
at the
yeah,
moment.
true. That's very true.
So after doing the pinky promise, the sword lady steps back and then says, "And what about the collecting taxes of the villagers? Will you be doing that later, or could we perhaps do that for you and then get a cut from the lady? Or are we not going to do that at all? We still want to pillage the village."
But pillaging the village is not the same as tax collecting.
And remember, like, it is Penny's village, basically.
All right, you sword brother, go with them. Make it double sure that they actually go through the challenge and they don't cheat us. Yes, sister, I'll go with them. Hey, I'm Sword Brother, also known as Tom.
Yeah.
Hello, Tom. My
Tom
name
the
is
Dumb.
Bucky.
Mm.
I wear
You're-
glasses.
You're a weird bucket. You remind me of my old ranch where I used to live. I am the eldest son of the Rottenbottom family. You remind me of one of the buckets back at the ranch. All right, I'll bring you to the
Oh, well.
tower. Follow me. And off he goes. Off he goes to bring you to the feared tower.
Feared.
You know,
I'll make the
Very well.
tower itself scream.
this wizard that used to live in this tower, a lot of people know him as like a great alchemist of very huge knowledge, you see. And as you're getting closer, you can actually spot the tower in the distance, hiding behind all this like several stone pillars. Not hiding, but sort of like the stone pillars are in the middle of it, so it's sort of like covering the view. I believe that one item that you could collect to prove that you've been in there would be like one of his alchemist bottles. I think that would make sense. Would prove your
But do
point.
you know that they are there?
I
Nobody
mean,
stepped inside of there.
if he was an alchemist, he definitely did have some alchemist supplies. You could go and check. If you don't die off the hands of the undead wizard, of course.
I don't fear dead mans. The live ones are much more scarier.
Come on, slackers, follow me. Oh, he actually stops here, like between the entrance of these two rocks. Says, I will not go any further. Lots of people say they have heard the screams of the wizard from there, and I'm not a chicken. It's just that this is your challenge, not mine.
Weak.
Of course.
Yeah, that's
So are you
pretty
waiting
weak.
outside for us?
I'll wait right here.
Very well.
As you walk through, you can see that this is the lower part of the hill. There's some grass growing under within this like rock formation, but this is a beautiful place. Objectively, it is very nice how this like rock formations create this sort of like small deviations all around this part of the valley. And then you arrive in front of this tower. It is pretty high. You can see that probably there might be a chamber at the top, but the main body of the tower is probably stairs. As soon as you get closer than Tom was, everybody can roll me a perception check.
A perception, very well.
17.
17.
Good. So I think everybody is able to hear. All of a sudden, there's with the echo and with the wind, a sound sort of like being carried. A weird scream of mixed pain and anger.
Did you hear these guys?
Yeah. Sounds weird.
Sounds like fun.
You have a weird sensation of fun.
Maybe.
As you get at the bottom of this tower, you notice that the door is closed. You could try and grab the handle and open it.
Okay, I'll try.
So Bucky, as you go and grab the handle, you notice that the door it's closed. You don't know if it's sealed, if it's like a magical seal, but it appears to be closed.
Okay, so I'm unable. It's locked, so I cannot.
Maybe it's from magical nature.
Perhaps.
It's after all a magic tower.
True.
So, are you familiar with magical doors in some capacity, maybe?
I somewhat. I am still working on my magical ability to unlock doors. At the moment, I'm only able to unlock very easy locks. Sadly, I do not have the magical capacity for anything more. What about any of you? You have any experience with lockpicks?
I can run the door down.
That works too.
Deal.
I can. Wait, is there any water sources here nearby?
Not
There's you.
nearby. There's you, yes.
Fair enough. I'll try to freeze it maybe, so that we can perhaps break it easier.
Okay. So you're gonna use control water for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna use control or shape water to first of all just place it around where the door is, and then freeze it so it's
Perfect. So you
frozen.
use shape water, and you can control the water from your head. And the door is pretty big, so I would say that you managed to put the water around the area where the lock is and freeze it
Yeah.
solid. Delia, would you like to do a hoof attack on this door and see if you could open it?
She moves forwards.
Clippity, clippity, cloppity, clop. You arrive to the tower and you knock it down. If you roll for a hit, or athletic or acrobatic, hooves. Roll for damage. Yeah, let's see how much damage you deal.
Max.
Jeez. Okay. So you knocked this door down. It appears that it was not closed by any magical property. It was just locked. And you can see these small sort of like rusted locks or like bust open and fly up in the air and then land down. It appears that it was locked from the inside, as if whoever was inside or whatever was inside didn't want anybody to be able to come in. But at the same time, as you open the door, you notice that there appears to be several scratch marks on the door, as if something actually tried to exit but couldn't.
Creepy.
Interesting.
As we're looking in, I'm just gonna use shape water to get the water back into me. That's fine.
You guys wanna
I
access the tower?
I would like to analyze the door, like the scratches.
Investigation check. Go ahead.
A 12.
12. So as you're analyzing the door, you can see that the scratches on the door appears to be 5 digits, so like 5 fingers. So they appear to be humanoid. You can also like see on the floor pieces of nails, as if whatever was trying to claw at this door made of stone was actually like clawing it so hard that it actually lost some of its nails. So you can definitely determine that this sort of like scratches are humanoid in nature.
It seems like a human wanted to get out of here, but I
Huh.
don't know when.
Meanwhile, from the top of the tower, you can hear some more screams of pain and anguish.
Damn.
Should we go inside?
Do we see something? Like,
Still no,
what
you
do
would
we
have to
see
climb.
inside?
Okay, so as you look inside, you see the beginning of the staircase. At the very bottom of this area doesn't seem to be anything much but that. As I said earlier, it feels that the main body of this tower is just stairs, and there's just like one chamber at the top. Also, as you open the stone door, you can now also start to feel this ancient air coming out of this tower. Since the tower was sealed off with a stone door, and it appears that there is no windows for the entire tower, you can now sense this sort of like dust slowly being sucked out of the tower as the air starts to filter out, and you can just like smell the stench of just like rotten and death.
Ew.
This
Should we
place is
just
more interesting than I
head in?
thought.
who wanna
You
go
can hear
first?
you can hear in the distance behind you Tom screaming, "Chickens, chickens, 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 chickens."
So
chickens."
he's like far away from us.
Yes,
Um.
and it's just like
Oh.
echoing in the valley.
This
Oh,
definitely
maybe before we
agitates.
get inside, I should maybe tell you that that the pinky promise you made was, how do I say it, will be broken very quickly.
What?
She crossed fingers while you were doing the pinky promise.
Oh my god.
In
Oh,
other words, we
good.
will freeze her fingers and perhaps break him off. Nah,
One
let's
by
let's
one.
be. No,
Uh,
never mind. Let's just freeze it, so she doesn't have any pain, or she's probably gonna have some pain in the future. But
I think we just should head into the tower.
Very
should
You
well.
we
start
though?
you start climbing up, or don't you start climbing up?
Wait,
Yeah.
I have an even better idea.
Mm-hmm.
What if, since we know that they are lying, we can just go up and say it was all a myth, it's non-existent, and
Of
we'll
course
make
we can
them
say
go up.
that. But isn't it more interesting to find out ourselves? Maybe it's a curse.
Isn't it more fun to see them terrified?
No.
Mm.
No, it's way more fun to go.
What if
into
it's
the
really
tower.
a cursed place and there's something holding this curse there? Nobody should be cursed, don't they?
But
No, and we
should
also
we
like
be
have to
cursed?
actually conquer the tower. Like, that's what's we people
Does a
should.
bucket really fear a curse?
No.
You could see it like this. You are yourself maybe a cursed object.
Of course, I am.
You are.
I'm cursed with life.
Do you want to die then?
No, but life is a curse, isn't it? Now I'm getting very philosophical. Yes.
Getting very falafel in here.
Yeah.
So you start climbing up the stairs. I feel because I see you people entering the tower. As you start climbing up the towers, you mean like these are a lot of towers. Roll me an athletic check to see if that you are not getting a little bit of fatigued as you're climbing up. Damn.
Athletic, was it? Or acrobatic?
Both, either athletics or acrobatics. I would prefer athletics though, because this is like stamina and resistance.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got.
no.
I'm just
Unnatural
getting bad
one.
rolls.
Unnatural. There's a -1 still.
Oh my god.
I'm not
Oh
strong.
yikes!
I'm smart.
You
So
can get off my back.
I just need Milos to roll, or it's okay, Milos. I can actually roll for you. What's your athletic bonus?
Wait, isn't that the 7?
I'm not sure. It's
It's I'll just roll flat 20 for you. Don't worry. Okay,
Okay.
you fail. You fail. I love failing for others.
that's fine. My strength strength
So-
wasn't the strongest capability.
Okay, perfect. So as you team are climbing up, this is so funny. Everybody's like getting excited and not excited.
Excited.
Sorry. No, exhausted.
Ah,
And you're also getting out of breath. The only one who's not getting out of breath and is climbing very easily, even though her size is larger than yours, it's just Delia. She's like clickety cloppeting up the stairs, no trouble, while all of you are just like, oh, and you have to go like once around, twice around, 3 times around, 4, 5, 6, to the point that you're just like thinking to yourself, how tall is this tower? Like, this didn't seem that tall from outside, and you keep climbing and just like going up the stairs, and it feels like it would never end. And the very moment where you're ready to give up and you're just like about to say, I'm a head down, you see the end. And there's this big chamber waiting for you on top if you manage to climb the last ladders, if you do decide to climb the last stairs.
I came this far, and I don't want to go back at the moment. Can we please rest after the last thingies?
Last steps.
Yeah, steps. Yes, that's what I meant. Steps.
Oh my god. Why are you guys so weak? It wasn't that hard.
I'm more from the intellectual side, not from the athletes.
But
I
like,
was never good.
don't you
in
have to
sports.
walk up and down stairs for like getting books?
Why should I get books?
In my
And why
defense,
should
I
I
only
walk
work when I'm
stairs
getting
for
paid.
books? The library isn't that high most of the time.
And actually, as you step into the chambers, you do spot a lot of books in here. It appears that the top of this tower is indeed actually some sort of like library, and not only it is filled with books, it appears that there's also a bunch of apothecary stuff. Like, for example, there's a lot of like vials and pots and little tools that seem to be used for alchemical purposes. The smell of
Are we on the top
rotten,
now?
yeah, the smell of rotten is very intense in here.
I'm-
And you also see that there's like a bunch of spider webs all around from just like bugs who have been crawling all in here. And nothing is in order. Yes, there's books, but some of the books are on the floor. Some pages have been ripped. Some bookshelves have been like pushed down, and you can see like several garments on the floor, even like piles of garments, like piles of clothes, just like collected on the floor.
I would like to, if I enter the room, to use my spell detect magic.
Okay. You detect a lot of magic in this room. It seems to be coming from a bunch of vials, but the magic is very faint. It almost feels like both the amount of time that has passed and just like the sheer amount of magic within these vials is not to a level where it could actually like be magical. But it appears that in some sort of alchemical way. Sorry, someone's audio is doing. There you go. I muted Miles. I muted you momentarily just because your mic was doing a little thing. Don't worry. So yeah, you can sense it from this vials. There's just like some fade magical energy, but it's really not that intense. I don't know if your detect magic. I don't think your detect magic would be able to allow you to spot other things in this room. You can check the vials if you want.
No, I'm more interested in the books.
Books are mainly on the floor. Some are still in the bookshelf that has been like thrown down. You could inspect the bookshelf.
Yeah, I will like look in the books, like any interesting books about curses or anything like that.
Roll for perception.
Very well.
Dahlia is definitely interesting in the vials. You never know. It might be something nice to drink.
Please don't drink the vials.
You want to drink one of the vials, Dahlia?
No, she's looking at them.
Oh, okay.
For the
So
moment.
let me go first with Patty looking at the book, and then we can go with Dahlia looking at the potion. So, what's that 6 for, Yamir? Let me unmute you. Oh, you're already unmuted. Were you just testing, Yamir?
I was testing the tablet. I got it working again, so
Great.
now I
Don't
can
worry.
roll the dice.
So, with your 17 perception, Orem, as you're looking in the bookshelf, you can see a bunch of books. Your eye gets caught by one of the books that seems to be the less torn and ripped apart, perhaps the only one that has been left intact. And it seems to be a book about herbs, and it is called 5 Ways to Use Every Herb You Can Find in the Region of Lu. And it seems to be some sort of almanac where there's like several plants drawn and described, and there's also like explanations on how to use these plants to create like elixirs and potions. For example, you can read in one of the descriptions that if a plant called water puff is used in a certain way, it can be used to create a potion of water breathing, and other plants are described too. It seems to be an alchemist book, like a herbalism book for alchemists.
Yeah, so nothing interesting for me, and I just toss it again on the ground.
Okay, I was about to go up to him and say, "Hey, have you found anything?"
You just see him like tossing a very interesting book on the floor.
No, nothing interesting for me.
What was the book?
Just something about herbs and alchemy. Not my métier, to be honest.
Do you mind me just taking it?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
But if you see any book that's about curses or how to solve them, please tell me.
I will search.
So the book has been thrown on the floor, but before you pick it up, let me go with Delia very quickly. Delia, so you are actually on another side of the room, and on this shelf, there seems to be all this like different bottles, vials half filled with liquids. Some are like a shiny orange, some are green. Some of them look like plain water, but it could be anything in there. Do you want to roll for investigation for something specifically?
So she's basically trying to look for just if it's anything she could use to brew something interesting, you know?
Okay.
Not normal.
Yeah, roll me the insight check.
Yep. Insight.
Whoa. Okay. So with your insight check, you sort of like spot that the orange one, as you look at it, seems to be the most interesting one. Inside, you can see floating what appears to be. It looks like an insect wing at first, but later you can see that the formation and the color. It's much too rare and interesting for it to be an insect wing. It's probably like the wing of something else. And as you open this vial and you smell it, the odor is like simply delicious, and it completely cleans your nose from the smell of rotten that was going around in this room. You're definitely like thinking that perhaps it would make sense for you to taste it to know if it would be a good material for brewing.
Oh, she's definitely gonna try tasting that.
So you drink this this vial, and as this orange liquid pours inside yourself, you start to feel rejuvenated, almost as if you're weighing less. Like you feel like you're losing weight all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden, as you're looking at the shelf seems to be getting out of reach, as if it's like growing taller and taller. And like the table also seems to be growing taller and taller and getting out of reach. And all of a sudden, it feels like the entire room is sort of like expanding out. And then all of a sudden, you realize it's not the room, it's you. You're actually shrinking. And you go from like a centaur size to a pony size. And then you just like look like an extra tiny horse woman.
Yep.
It appears that you have drank a potion of shrink.
So she is just so she wouldn't drink it all in one go, so that she could have replicated it.
Yes. So you still have half of the potion with you.
Yep.
I'm looking down on this small horse and be like, didn't I warn you to not drink the weird potions?
But like, it smelled so good. I know it would be perfect in some sort of moonshine. Yeah.
Shrinking moonshine. Oh my god.
I mean, if you shrink, you have less mass. If you have less mass, you get you get drunk a bit easier. Huh? It makes sense. It makes sense.
Oh, it's flawless reasoning, I have to say. So Bucky, you were going to pick up the book from the floor, right? The book fell down next to the bookshelf that fell on the floor, and it's like slightly slanted off the floor. It's not completely on the floor.
Yep.
As you go to pick up the book, all of a sudden you feel some resistance as you grab the book. It appears that two hands from under the bookshelf actually grab your own wooden hands and start to like tug you to just like drop the book. It's like, my book, my
Okay.
and then it grabs the book if you drop it, and it just
I
like
let go of
brings
the book.
it brings it under the bookshelf.
That is interesting.
Wait, do you think that would happen if you dropped another book?
I don't know.
Try
Many
it.
books are on the ground at the moment, so I don't know why it cares for that one at the suddenly.
As a reminder, I said that's like the only book that's not torn or like ruined.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to lay down and like look under the shelf where it came from. It seems like.
Roll me a perception check.
So much perception. 10.
Okay, roll me a
Very
wisdom.
important.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving. Okay.
Oh no.
An 11.
An 11. Okay, so what you see, it's pretty horrifying. As you look under the bookshelf, you spot a rotten face with just like white eyes, as it appears that the cataracts have completely eaten out the vision of this creature. Some of the hair has fallen off, some of it stays in the jaw. It doesn't even have flesh or muscles on it. There's just like two strings of muscle holding it together, and that's how it sort of like opens and closes. And the tongue falls like right out of the hole of the under jaw piece and sort of like flaps in there up and down. And you see it's sort of like crawling into like the most hidden place of this collapsed bookshelf, with this book sort of like bringing it closer to its chest, and it appears to be some sort of like undead creature.
Ugh. You are an ugly one. And I believe you shouldn't be alive by now, should you?
What are you doing in my home? Nobody comes. It is locked. How have you opened it? I left it closed so nobody could come.
Yeah, we might have opened it.
Yeah, I can't control myself for too long. I have made mistakes in my research. Uh, you smell so good. And he sort of like starts to crawl out of the bookshelf, and he's like looking at Orem, and it appears that he cannot smell Bucky actually. And
When he's crawling towards me, I would like to use shape water from the water that's inside Bucky and just make like a little ice wall in front of me and this creature.
That's gonna be a problem because it's bond to me. I'm the only one that
You
can.
said it's water, and I can shape
Yeah.
water.
But it's still bond to me with
But
magic.
like, you could become dumber if you unbond it.
What? Yeah, but I haven't thought that far as of now.
Okay, that isn't working. Then the old-fashioned way. And I just want to bring out like a little like my dagger and just cast light on it so it glows bright and be like, "This is a holy weapon, my dear. You don't want to be touched by this one."
Roll for deception.
No problem.
Someone was trying to talk.
Can
23.
I roll for perhaps medicine if I know if there's a cure or what this curse is that he is?
Yeah, sure.
What do you want to roll with? Medicine?
Medicine
Okay.
check.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
meanwhile, Orem, with your deception, even though this used to be a wizard, it appears that his undead status is like not allowing him to access all of his informations that he had while he was alive. So he sort of like gets spooked by your bright weapon, especially because he has not seen the sunlight in a lot of years. As I said, there's no windows, so it is actually pretty dark in here, and the only source of light that was coming was sort of like from the open door downstairs. By you casting light on your dagger, you're actually illuminating this place much more. Also, some light was coming from the different like brews and like brewing machines in here. So when he sees your shining dagger, he picks back his book and he goes back, like hiding under the collapsed bookshelf, and then he starts just like screaming in pain, saying,
Leave me alone with my mistakes. I could have done great things. I could have helped the Empire, but I failed, and I should live with my failure. Nobody should witness it. Nobody.
Guys, any plans how we could deal with this?
I rolled a 13 on the medicine, by the way.
13. Okay, so with your 13 in medicine, you can see that it appears that this creature is like in a zombie status, but also it is oddly weird how he pertained this language and is able to speak it. So if it's a curse or not, it feels like whatever it's happening to this creature is that he is in a limbo between being a zombie and being a human.
Okay. Do I know of any cure?
No, but perhaps the book that he's holding could have some potions in there about this. You might think.
Okay. So from what we saw, did we see if he had any mutations on his hand, or is it just normal?
It appears that he only has one hand. The other it's sort of like a shiv, like a jail shiv attached to his arm bone.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do then? I'm gonna use shape water to use and transport my water onto his hands and try to connect them and freeze them as handcuffs.
Okay, we gotta do a roll for that because that's a very specific thing you're trying to do. Roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana. Okay. That was almost okay. 14.
14. Why not? Yes, you're able to bound the hands in ice. It's not a permanent thing. It's not super strong, but it definitely manages to have him drop the book, have his hands bound, and you could go in there and grab the book if you wanted. I think that Delia, though, would be the one who would best fit under the bookshelf right now because she is small.
So,
Could
any
you
idea
perhaps
what
go
we
and fetch
should
me
do,
the book?
guys?
The book.
Hey, Minotaur, could you perhaps go fetch me the book? I forgot your name. I'm so sorry.
Centaur, not Minotaur.
Ah, Centaur. Jesus.
Sure. Like, do I just rip it out of him?
No, the
Yes,
hands.
please. The hands
its
are cuffed.
Yes, so the
Oh,
book is
yeah.
on the floor. You sort of like, you don't even have to crawl under a bookshelf. You sort of like clippity clop under the bookshelf. You grab the book, which is quite big for you in your small size, and you drag it out. With its hands tied like this with the eyes, it's actually hard for him to crawl out. So he's sort of like moving under the bookshelf and making a lot of noise as he's trying to free himself. You could peruse the book very quickly to see if you can spot anything that could help him.
I give the book to the bucket.
Okay. I'd like to browse it for. No, I'm just gonna put it in my backpack or whatever I have, and I'll
Okay,
browse
so
it later.
Okay.
So, any idea what we should do with this fellow here?
Hit it in the head until it dies and is relief of his pain.
I think that's the easiest part. So, should we let this fellow go of this world?
I am thinking because if you look at him, he seems to be in a zombie state. I am thinking that perhaps in this book, since he is an alchemist and apparently was able to make himself to become in this state, he will also be able, or the book will maybe even have a cure for the disease.
Yes, but I don't know how long he will. Yes, how long I can do this.
Do what?
And I'm looking like towards my just lightning dagger, and you like.
Okay, so
You
we're
get what I
thinking,
mean?
we're thinking very hard about this. We have a potential resource of an undead alchemist with a lot of knowledge about the past history of the land. He is not fully a zombie. He is a human zombie, so things could be done to help him and perhaps put him on your side. And the options are you kill him and you lose him as a resource, or you find a way to help him out and you gain him as a resource, both his knowledge of the history and the creation of alchemical potions.
So, what do you guys think? Should we try to help him?
I think we should help him.
Because as of now, he is more or less a curse to the village.
I still think we should help him. He's still a living, thinking, breathing being.
I
But
agree.
If
want
he
to
were a
know
zombie
what made
and straight up
Mark did.
zombie, I would say let's kill him. But he can think, he can speak, and he has clear wants and needs. So we help him.
Okay, I guess I can, or are we gonna help him just right away? Just look and look and see if we find anything, or should we come back to him later? What do you guys think?
Meanwhile, from under the bookshelf, you can hear the sound of breaking ice, and then all of a sudden, after just like clink, 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 broken ice, you feel a silence. And then shortly after, the bookshelf starts to rumble as he's very quickly crawling out and starts to scream, "Flash!"
Okay, I'll
Should
just
we,
use
like,
I
control
think that
water.
means burning.
I'll just use control water to get it back in my bucket, I guess.
Guys, I would say 1. Quickly.
Okay, let's run. I book it down the stairs.
So you guys start to descend the stairs as
I want to do something before I descend. Like, I want everybody to go down, and then as the last person, I just want to shoot a firebolt on something flammable.
yeah, there's like a lot of flammable things in here. Books, wooden
Yeah,
shelf.
like I said, something flammable just to start a fire, and then one downstairs.
Okay, yeah, shoot a firebolt. There's a lot of valuable books in here, but go ahead.
Can I grab a couple books?
I feel like we're running here. You already got one of the most valuable books, but I love
Okay.
to see how you're burning your resources. Go ahead.
Do I realize that he is setting things on fire?
Roll me. What's your passive perception? If you can check it out.
It is 13.
Orem, roll me a stealth check.
Stealth for shooting firebolts, nice. 19. I roll perfectly at the moment. I can't see anything.
Jesus.
Yeah, Bucky, you don't really notice him shooting a firebolt.
1, guys, 1.
Ymir, do you want to do the same? Also, Delia, do you want to check like your passive perception against his stealth?
Above 19.
Mine is 16.
Yeah, I don't think that anybody has like a passive perception that high. So everybody's running down, and then as you guys actually get out, you can see that from as Orem is sort of like walking out, there's this black smoke coming out with him, as it appears that he has set fire to the top of the tower.
Yeah, after I go outside, I
What?
just want to slam the door close.
What have you done?
Release this creature from its pain.
Why is there smoke coming out of the tower?
What do
But,
you
like-
think why there's smoke and why I'm holding this door closed?
Did you put the tower on fire?
No, I put it on water. Of course I put it on fire. Like I said, nobody should live with that curse.
You want to
But,
know
like-
something? You're a.
Hmm?
I'm not. I'm gonna try to not use any curse words, but you are a stupid person and a very bad person in general for doing it.
Says the bucket.
I
But,
use.
You don't know
can
how
I use? Can I use?
how it is to
Can
how
I use?
it is to live with a fucking curse. You don't know the pain you go through.
Meanwhile, you hear someone knocking at the door behind you, Aurum. It's just like a very gentle knock,
But
and
can-
then you
can I-
also,
Sorry.
you also sense that the black smoke coming out from the door is sort of like quenched and come down. And this gentle knock is sort of like saying, "I have relaxed now. I don't have a hunger for flesh anymore. I promise. Open the door.
Of course you have.
I've used
Like-
I used one of my potions to stop the fire, guys. We should
Like,
chat friendly."
can't
Of
we
course I
just like
should.
save him? If it's
Can
a
I open the
gun,
door?
it's breakable.
There's Orem in front of the door, keeping it closed. Come on,
Do you
guys.
Can I
Okay.
push him out of the way?
I
Do you
just
really
wanna,
want this zombie out in the free?
I just wanna do a friendly talk.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
Of course you do.
Can I use shape water to cool down his hands so they really hurt? Like for what's his name? What is his
Yeah, for
name?
Orem.
Awayam lapsus.
The dark being that's standing in front of the door.
It's me, Awayam
it's Orem.
lapsus.
Can I
Alright.
use shape water so his hands get very cold?
I got it.
blood.
Let me think. Shape water to make his hands cold and hurt. You could try and get his hands cold.
Yeah,
Wait,
considering
you can't.
what?
If you freeze the water, provided that there's no creature in it.
No, I think he's trying to use the water
Oh
from his
yeah,
bucket.
true.
So you can't control water if it touches
Yeah,
like another
okay.
creature. You could do it beforehand, like you did with the handcuffs, but not if
Yeah,
you're like
okay, yeah,
touching.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't.
Like my
really
idea was to
correctly.
throw ice balls at it. To be honest, that was my first instinct, like getting ice balls and throw it at him.
Fair enough. Okay, then I'm gonna use. Fair enough. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna create ice balls and throw it at his hands.
So you're like creating ice cubes and you're throwing it in his hands. I mean,
No,
I think he can
shards
withstand that.
like basically arrows.
Are you using
ice.
control water for that?
Yeah.
So that's not like a specific thing that you can do with control water. So this is why I'm telling you, like, you're just like freezing water and throwing it at him, but it doesn't become an arrow. It's not in the description of the spell.
Okay. Fair enough.
But I feel like you can try and do that. You're trying to like make him like get colder, so his hands are like loose to grip, feel like it's painful to hold the door and stuff like that. But I also feel that that's something like, yes, go ahead.
Or even better, I can surround his hands and cool down the water around it.
Yeah, I still think that that's something that can be bearable. I feel like the easiest thing here would be to just like remove him forcibly, and also Delia. It seems that the effect of the potion on you ends and you grow back in size.
Poof, she's back and back. No small pony.
No small pony, which means I can literally charge into you.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna do it. Not yet.
Sorry guys. He's still like gently knocking.
Uh,
I need my
Right.
book back. It's for my research to help me stop being in this constant search for flesh. Give me your flesh. Give it to me. Strip yourself of that fleshy flesh. So juicy.
guys, so I think if we like remove the curse, we could help him without letting him out until he's turned into, I don't know, not a flesh-eating person.
Meanwhile, as you guys are like holding the door like that, Tom sort of like peeks in. You didn't manage to climb all the way to the top, huh? And you ran out like scaredy cats. Scaredy.
Oh, you want to get here and I will show you what we found. It's
No,
really lovely, you know?
Probably didn't find anything because you're scaredy. You ran out so quickly. Scaredy.
Didn't she
just
take the
open the
potion with
door.
I
her?
look at him with dead eyes. Do you really think I'm scared at the moment what's behind me? Or are you scared that I will release the thing that's behind me?
What's behind you? What are you talking about?
I don't care anymore. I open the door. I step away, open the door, but I step so that I'm behind the door for them. For this creature.
So as you step aside, the door sort of like collapses because you guys broke it earlier. So you were just like holding it up, and you just move aside, and the door sort of like falls down. and it reveals this sort of like zombified wizard, like covered in rags. Again, his eyes fill with cataracts, so it's like his vision is not the best. And as soon as the door collapses and he sees this light, he actually sort of like backs up into the tower, which makes it even harder for him to be seen by Tom. But it makes it extra creepy because now Tom is sort of like seeing something coming out of the tower, but also like staying in the shades, which really spooks him off. And he goes like, oh, oh, oh! And as he's so scared, he actually drops his shield and runs away.
And I try to pick up the door again and just make the same move again, like, and closed. And now I think we have time to look up how we can deal with that one.
Come on, guys. I'm not gonna eat your fleshy flesh. I just need my book so I can continue my research.
But
We
but
don't have
like,
time to discuss
mister,
at the moment. Please just look in the book to try to find something.
Mister, like, what have you found about your zombified state?
Well, it appears that there's no way to fix it. The only thing I can try and do is eat your fleshy flesh. No, eat fleshy flesh. No, I can reduce my hunger for flesh, and this is like why I was trying to create potions that reduce things. I want to get you very small so I can eat you in one bite and put you in a stick like a little kebab. No. I need to reduce my hunger. If you look on the book, there's a recipe. I was trying something and I just made a potion of reduction, but I feel that with the right materials I could make a potion that would reduce my hunger and reduce my stomach, so I wouldn't have to eat all this. Your fleshy good flesh. Look at the page with a footnote.
You heard this, old man, Bucky.
Bucky is away.
Bucky's away.
Where's Bucky? Bucky's
Oh,
back.
hey. Yeah. Apparently some friends just invited themselves, so they were here and basically interrupting me. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. So we gotta find the page with the footnote in the book that you have.
On the book. Yeah, sure.
Please hurry.
At this point, hey, Aurum, why don't you roll me like an athletic check, because he might be pushing when hunger is coming to him.
8.
So he actually he actually pushes in a like an impetus of like hungry rage, and one of his hands actually sort of like goes over the door and starts to scratch at you, and he actually like hits you for it. Oh no, he doesn't hit you. He tries to. So you see his hands are like crawling out and trying to get to you and scratch you from behind the
I
door.
try to push back and be like, can somebody please help me? Like I said, sports is not mine.
Move over a bit. I'll just
Can I help
take
him?
it.
Yeah, everybody can roll an athletic check, both Iamir and Delia, to hold the door up.
Okay.
I'm really not good in
Oh no!
11.
no, don't. I said I'm not good in athletics.
Ah, the bucket is the strongest.
No, the bucket is supposed to control the book. Why is the bucket rolling athletics? What's
Oh, okay.
You are
So-
Bucky, you rolled
sorry,
the same as I
you
did.
didn't see that.
Bucky, you rolled the same as me.
Yeah, I realized.
3 people try to hold down the freaking door while the bucket is reading.
like
So what page were I looking for?
as he's like doing the zombie thing and trying to bring down the door. The one with the footnote.
Okay, I try to look for it. Do I have to roll anything?
Yeah,
Investigation, maybe?
Investigation, yes.
Okay. Geez, my rolls are so bad today. 12.
I mean, it's pretty easy. You're just like looking for the one page that has this sort of like annotation in it, and once you reach it, it is some sort of like red mark that he did on the bottom of the page. You're not sure if it's like in
Okay.
blood, and you're not sure if it's his blood or someone else's blood. But you're now that you're like looking at it more, it's definitely blood. You're just like not sure whose
Okay.
blood is it. But as you're looking at this page, it shows you like a rough geographical map of this area of this village, and it shows you that on the west side of the village there's a swamp, and there's a type of flower that's there that, when combined with another type of flower that's also in the swamp, would allow him to like gather all these materials to create this potion, which he assumes it's a derivative of the reduce size potion that could perhaps reduce his size of hunger and stomach, as he says.
Okay. Is there any specific flowers? Any descriptions of flowers?
Yes. Let me see and just double check how I drew them, because I remember. Okay, so yes, one, it looks like a lily pad and it's yellow, while the other one, it grows like a tulip and it's pink.
One
is-
yellow lily pad and a pink tulip.
Yes, the yellow lily pad is called Yili Lad, and the pink tulip is called Pulip. Let me write that down. Yili pad and Pulip.
1 times tulip. And that will be a possible reduce size.
Yes, it appears that those are the elements to create a potion of reduction, but you could also create a derivate from them using alchemist tools to reduce specific areas.
Okay. Can I try to find if there's any specific, or how I can possibly target his crave for hunger?
I believe that you should just like gather these materials and bring them to him.
Okay, sure. Okay, so I think I found it. We will need to go to the west of the town to find a yellow lad and a tulip. The yellow lad is a yellow lily pad, and the tulip is a pink tulip.
Okay, and how should we go at the moment?
I mean, considering that it's light outside, if we're quick, we can reach back or get back before it gets dark, so he stays in the tower. We could also perhaps I might have rope on me, I think, which we can just see if we can tie the lock. No, wait, it was on the inside. It was locked. Never mind.
You could use control water to sort of like freeze the door in place.
Yeah, but I'll need water for that.
I do still have a water skin with water on me.
Amazing.
I
you
can-
use that.
Cool.
I can stay behind and hold the door. Unless y'all don't trust me enough to do that, because
You
I am the
hold the
one who's
door?
wanted. I am the one who's wanted to let him out and try fixing him this entire time. So
You
it's
hold
up to
door?
y'all.
I'm thinking since it's daytime, plus that if we freeze the lock, I think it's gonna be okay.
But we literally broke the door down.
It's gonna be okay isn't like the thing that's really settling down the mood, to be honest.
One of us
But-
should really stay behind, considering
Yes.
the state of the door.
I can literally just sit in front of it. It's gonna be hard to move.
I mean, sure. It's up to you guys.
Like, unless you really just want to hold the door.
I mean, do you want the guy that wants the zombie living thingy out to hold the door, or do you want... All right, I'm staying behind holding the door.
Aren't you the guy who wants to let this thing out?
After
Yes,
his
but I also
break.
want to hold the door.
Why should we let you hold the door? Hold on. Why should we let you?
Why are we
You
really
specifically
like someone
said-
just like hold the door and someone else goes grab? Why do we like stop on the most
Okay,
trivial
okay.
thing?
You
Oh,
guys
okay.
who are pretty weak, you go and get the stuff. And you're smart, I'm guessing. Since
Not
you do
really.
magic stuff.
I have a question for you, Luca. Is where did we did our characters live in this town?
Not specifically this town. It's the first time you're coming here, unless you
Oh.
decided in your background that you wanted to be from here. Then yes.
Because I am just wondering, do I have any knowledge if there's any dangerous creatures in the swamp?
So in your background, you've added that you've been living around this area. So like your creator was from here.
Mm, Sure, I guess.
No, no. I'm asking if you like imagine yourself to be a local here, or if you were coming from somewhere else.
I mean that was the that was the plan.
Okay,
the
then don't
beginning,
worry.
so-
Then you can roll me a history check
Okay,
to see
yeah.
if you can recall some things about this map.
Oh yes, 8.
An 8. I mean, you
Yep.
do recall where the swamp is, even with an 8. Objectively, I feel like that's no problem for you.
Yep.
So you do remember that's west. So you're thinking about like creatures. You've heard of like lizard-like people being there.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Or we just burn the place and do the tax collection like we should do.
Please don't try to burn anything else, or else I'm gonna be pretty pissed off at you. I might
I
even tell
can't promise that.
Mm,
I mean, I got my banner. I can use my banner as a block, and we can leave the door blocked with that. No, that wouldn't work. The banner would break.
Let's just, me and you, stay behind.
I could
Okay.
also use my
You're the guardian.
daggers.
No,
I
no,
could also
easy peasy. Me and him stay behind because we have the muscles. And then you, punny, small people, go and get the stuff we need. Quick and easy.
I mean, sure. I'm down.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So whoever is staying, stay. Whoever is going, let's go.
So, is it down or is it up or is it even on the map?
It's west. It's west. You guys are trying to go to the swamp, right?
Yeah. But
It's
it's
west.
like, aren't we all the way west?
No, that's east. Now you're going west. Oh, my bad. It's east. Ha ha ha. There you go. The swamp is east. So just follow Aurum. Aurum is going in the right direction.
Okay,
As you
yeah.
go back, oddly, you don't see Tom or any of the sword brothers and sisters.
They must have heard the news. We should move on, shouldn't we?
Let's go.
Yep. You see Jane Pennyworth sort of like eyeing you as you pass, but also she sort of like gives you her back and walks away as she's like impatiently waiting for something. Perhaps it's the taxes that needs to be collected. She sort of like understands that this is a job that takes time, and she's like puts herself against the rocks and keeps waiting. Okay.
Into
And,
the abyss.
Into the unknown. So you, in the distance, you finally see the swamp. You can see these big swampy trees. They look to be mangroves, and you also spot this sort of like bridge over the swampy waters that connects the mainland to like a small island within the swamp. You can roll me a perception check so we can see something else.
Okay.
Bum. 12.
Finally, my first good roll. 21.
Oof. Perfect. Buckety, you're being our like special herbs guy in this mission. You are able to spot right under the mangrove one of the plants that you're actually supposed to collect, which is pulip. You see it right down there.
Okay, I'm going to collect it.
You need to do me nature check to collect this successfully.
Okay. Oh, that was almost in that one. 17.
17. Okay, so you go in there and you're looking at this pulip, which is essentially a pink tulip, but it appears to have some special chemical properties if used in a certain way. These big leaves at the bottom are very interesting, and they appear to have a function to collect rainwater, but also absorb the water from under the swamp and sort of like retain it for the plant. As you go to collect the plant, it appears that the connection of the flower to the plant itself, it is through a very, very small stem. And as you look at your book, it actually like explains how to collect it, and you just like very slightly pinch under the flower, and the flower itself comes off, and you're able to collect it, and you put it in your pouch or whatever else you have.
Okay. Cool.
Now you're missing one more plant. The Yellipod.
Okay.
What did you find?
So I found the tulip. It's down there behind the tree or whatever it is. We only need
the names don't say anything to me.
Yeah.
What are we
I'm
looking
bad.
for? What color?
Okay, we are looking for a yellow lily pad, or if you'd like, a yellow pad.
Yellow lily pad. No, don't call it lily. Oh God, please don't. At the time is not the time for jokes.
It's literally the name of the plant.
Somebody called this plant yellow pad, and I
Basically.
thought I was uncreative with names.
No, it's
Fair enough.
Yellipad. Yellipad. Come on. Oh, you're actually like, okay, you're going on the island. Before you cross the bridge, why don't you go where you were earlier and roll me for perception? Even a low perception would allow you to see what's on the other side of the bridge. You don't even have to roll that much. It appears that there's like a hut made out of like mangrove leaves in this island. Which is not really an island, it's just like an area of the swamp, which is like surrounded by water. You're not sure if you're like supposed to. I mean, you can still cross the bridge and get in there, or you could just like try and avoid it if you want it.
Do I see the yellow or the illipad that's up on the top right?
Not at first glance.
Okay.
So do you actually go on the little island?
Yeah, I want to step on the island.
Okay, so as you step on the island, you see that there's like a fresh bonfire. It appears that someone has been keeping it up, and you can decide to roll for stealth or just like continue moving, but objectively you're not gonna make a lot of sounds unless you speak to each other.
I'd like to roll a stealth, I guess.
Roll me a stealth
I
check.
don't see any harm from that thing at the moment, so
I rolled a 14.
Okay. What about you, Aram?
like I said, I don't see any danger from that place,
so you
and
don't-
why should I?
I mean, it's someone's house. Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
a
don't
hut.
feel danger. So
It's a
Bucky,
hut.
you're sort of like walking around the hut while Oram is sort of like just like walking without making any like careful steps. Sure. I mean, yeah, he's not gonna come out and bother you at first. He sort of like peeks out and he sort of like sees you guys going around his hut, and then he sort of like just goes back in. Doesn't really want to bother anybody.
Okay,
Is-
so
Yeah, go ahead.
so I'm thinking since it's a yellow lily pad, it's definitely the river or the
It should be, yes.
So I guess we should just take a look. Maybe we'll find something.
Well, I would say so. How do you look at things?
I mean, with my eyes.
How should I say? I don't want to be rude, but you don't have eyes.
I do have eyes.
Charcoal.
Yeah, they're glowing charcoal, and that's the pupils. If you look around it, it's a grassy green.
Sentinel beings, confusing.
I am sorry, but that is how I was created.
Were you created or were you cursed? And don't say cursed by life.
Oh my god, you're so obsessed with courses.
I mean, I get that you don't like me, and I don't like you. Or was it the other guy I didn't like? No, it's you that I don't like. But let's just do this.
Orem,
Okay.
Well,
Orem and Bucky, roll me a perception check to see if you can find some yilly pads.
Oh, 20.
Okay, you
18.
you both don't only see yilly pads, you actually spot also several footprints, several footprints on the shore of this like island surrounded by this like water from the swamp, and they seem to be like reptilian footprints. So you're now getting the feeling that perhaps the swamp is not as innocent and as it looks, and probably that's also why the guy just like let you pass, because he doesn't really want to stir the trouble. He knows how hard it is to live out here, and maybe he thought that you guys were just gonna like be food for the lizards, and therefore you would have quenched the hunger of the lizards. But as you look around, you don't spot any. You're just seeing these footprints.
Okay. Hey, be careful. There's if you see here on the beach, on the water line, you can see some footprints. Be careful. They seem to be reptilian. Yeah,
Could be lizards.
perhaps. And can I roll if
mean-
I know anything of lizards, folks?
Oh
Or
yes,
lizard
why don't
people?
you roll me history? Yes, since you're also aware from this area.
14.
14. Okay, so you know that the area, the swamp actually connects. It's like in the middle between Rotterdam Bottom Ranch and here, and the swamp is sort of like this land in the middle. You also know that the swamp sort of like extends itself, getting very close to also the Virgin Valley, and you know that in this swamp there are these lizard folks. You know what they are, and you know that they are also known to be like a savage, sort of like also pillaging culture. They don't quite like extend themselves all the way to the villages, but it could be that in these times of like ruin and despair, they might have also been like extra hungry or like looking for just like extra food, and this might have pushed them out as closest to this village, even though it's supposed to be very rare for them to push themselves so out of the swamp.
Okay, so I am thinking they are lizard folks, considering that I do know that there is a tribe of lizard folks nearby. So I would suggest I could perhaps go around the sea, like the water line, and just take a look, since I'm a bucket and made of wood.
No, Yeah, with your 20, you did also spot the Yili pad. It's right here in front of you.
Oh,
You
okay.
didn't only spot the lizard footprint, so you definitely spotted that.
So I can go and pick that yellow pad. If you can just keep a lookout and see if you can see anything, that
Of
would
course
be
I can.
great. So I try to get out, just perhaps swim a bit.
Orem, why don't you roll me a perception check in general, just because you're keeping an eye out.
Of course. Okay, it's a 17.
So with your 17 check, you're looking at the shores in general, just like to double check that no lizard folks sort of like jump out and eat Bucky as he's trying to collect the Yili pad. But as you're looking around, you also like spot very quickly Tom from the Sword Brothers, who was about to like cross the bridge and get on the island. But then after he spots you, you can see that he's trying to stealth away, acting like hoping that you guys didn't see him. But since it's like too far away, you could shout, but I don't think that would be like a wise course of action.
No, don't shout.
So you saw him like sort of like trying to get close to the hut, and then when he noticed you, he sort of like turned back and moved away.
Oh,
Bucky.
I'm still watching for Bucky.
Yeah.
Nature check.
Nature. Let's see. 11.
It's good enough. You're able to sort of like remove the top part of the lily path, and you remove it. You put it in your satchel, and now you have all the materials that you need. But we go back to the guys who are holding the door, Delia and Ymir. So Delia and Ymir, as you're holding this door, you actually spot coming down from the hill. Which, by the way, you've not even like gone to the hill yet, but it's okay because the world moves on, either if you do the quests or not. You see a sheep herder sort of like running down from the hill, and he's like screaming for help. It's like, help, please help, anybody, my poor sheep, my goaties. He's actually, you know what, let's make this extra sad. He's actually holding a sheep, not a giant sheep, a small sheep. He's sort of like holding a sheep as he runs, and he goes like, oh my god, someone help us, someone help us.
Do you know anything about sheeps?
I know they taste good.
I meant like more in a helping way.
No. No, I don't know how to help the sheep or the herder, but I do know how to cook one. I'm not
What do
talking
you
about the
need
herder.
help with, man?
Oh, they're pillaging the village. They're taking everything we have. They're saying it's because we didn't pay our taxes. They're taking all the sheep, the wool. It's a massacre. They're pillaging the village.
Let me guess. 3 men
Pennywise.
and a woman with swords.
Yes, they're taking everything they can. Oh my god, they killed so many sheep for their wool. I managed to save my little sheep, but everything else, oh my god, the village is burning. Help.
Like, how can we like get?
Can
to
I go
George's safe
help
place?
this guy fight those ladies?
There's
Uh,
one day
yeah.
and 3 guys.
Yeah, can I help this herder fight those 3?
I mean, he's not gonna fight. He's holding a sheep and crying.
Well, he's gonna show me where they are, isn't he?
Yeah, he can. Oh, good sir, you gonna help us? You gonna help our village?
Yeah, both of us.
What about the zombie that you're?
Yeah, that's why she'd be like, could we like, I don't know, bind the door?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's try and figure out. So you can roll me a perception check.
Yep. Deception.
So super easy. There was a lock that was keeping the door closed. I didn't say it broke. I said that when you guys opened the door, it sort of like popped out. So you do spot the lock on the floor, and you can use the same mechanism to lock the door from the outside. The main like base of the door has been broken though, so you would have to find something else. Perhaps your Yamir, you do have like something has a banner. You could try to like plant your banner on the floor so you could like hold the door still, and you could try and use the lock to. It's not gonna be permanent, but at least it's gonna keep it closed for a little bit.
I do
can
that.
also use my
I do
javelin.
that. I
So
do
you
like
sort of-
that idea.
you do place your banner down into the earth, trying to like stopping the stone door to sort of like move, collapse, or fall. And the stone door has this little mechanism where you could put this lock in and try to lock the door. Of course, since you broke like the main door, this is not going to be super stable, and it's not going to keep the zombie inside forever. But also, you can feel that he's sort of like relaxing and he's not pushing as much anymore. And he starts to say, I'll retreat back on top of the top of the tower. I will drink some of my elixirs and try to relax. Please hurry. I'm not gonna be able to control it any longer. And you can hear him sort of like climbing up the stairs.
Looks good. Time to kick some bandit ass.
Yes.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Come up here. Please come. Oh my god, I also got Yamir in there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
It's alright.
was stabbed by the sheep.
Okay. So as you are climbing up, you can actually spot that there's smoke coming out from this village on top of the valley. You move yourself in closer. I'm gonna be revealing as you move. So just like move in, and I'm gonna slowly reveal this part of the map, which we should have been revealing like 1 hour ago.
Okay.
So you can see all these different huts and all these different gates where all the sheep are kept. You just see that like some of the huts are on fire, and you can see the two Blade brothers sort of like running around, sort of like bashing the doors of the huts, getting inside, and then coming outside with anything from clothes, boots, leather straps, anything they can find, literally, and it's not even that much. And there's just like sheep herders running all over the place, just like crying in desperation.
Dahlia is literally going to charge right into the first one there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
charge yourself. I mean, if we're doing full combat, you can also like just roll me initiative already. No, why not? Let's slowly get into combat. Charge him.
So she's running up, which mechanically lets her do hit with the warhammer and her hooves.
You can do both.
Yeah, as a charge.
Oh my good God, good gracious God!
But she has to move at least 30 feet in a straight line.
That sounded like 30 feet. Yeah, I think you can definitely do that special attack.
Nice. And of course, she's going to be an angry person when she do this.
Okay, are you gonna rage then?
Wait, not yet.
Not
She's
yet.
not.
Oh, so you're like you're angry, but not even that angry yet. Okay, amazing.
Okay, so roll to attack, I'm guessing.
Go ahead.
Just have to click the right ones.
Okay, that's definitely a hit for both of them. Those are very high rolls. Jeez.
I have a plus.
Blade brother. Oh my god. I feel like he's gonna get smashed into a can of tuna.
It's 14 plus 6.
Damage?
Yeah.
Oh
So
my god!
20.
Oh my god! Jesus! What? Okay, let me just check. You might have killed this guy in one. Let me just double check. He might have some life points left. This is so. Oh my god! You are a terrible centaur. Bad centaur.
That's what I get when I can charge into people.
There you go. Bandit. There we go. Oh my god, yes. Describe the kill, deal. Yeah, that's definitely a kill.
Oh yeah, so she's smashing her warhammer in him before she uses her hooves to push him away. So she probably gave him brain damage max. I
No,
guess.
he killed him. Like he's not.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She
You have turned his head into a bowl full of
It's-
chunky salsa.
yeah.
Yes, exactly. And the other guy, can you roll me intimidation with advantage for the other guy? Because like he just saw you charge his brother and just like turn him into guacamole. Oh my god. That's a nat 20. Oh my god. What is going on? He drops his shield and sword. He bows down on his knees and goes like, "Please, I beg you. Please, I beg you. We made a deal with Pennyworth. We made a deal with Pennyworth. You know, she hired us. She hired us. Okay, please. I'm so sorry. I don't do anything. You want me to don't kill me? I kill my brother. He starts to weep. He pees himself. Is terrified.
Since he isn't looking at me, can I sneak up behind him and hit him over the head?
He's surrendering, but yes, of course.
Like knocking him out, or
Yes, because an unconscious prisoner is an easy prisoner to deal with.
So roll me stealth with advantage to go behind him.
I get a 10.
With advantage, so you can roll twice and count the highest one.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I get a 10.
So Yamir, here's the thing. He kind of like sees you walking around him, but he's so terrified. He doesn't like try to stand up and run. He's sort of like, "Ah!" You get behind him. You can still hit him. He's not really trying to run away. He's just more scared that you're gonna like kill him.
I still want to knock him out.
Yeah, so that's non-lethal damage, meaning that you can just like roll to hit, roll for damage, but you're not trying to kill him.
So that's a D20, right?
Plus your bonus to attack with your weapon. So it will be 1d20 plus 2, which is your proficiency bonus, plus whatever is your strength modifier. What's your strength modifier?
I am not looking at my character sheet because if I do, I would wind up exiting out of this.
Okay.
stream.
I'll just assume that as a fighter you have at least +1, so it's a d20 plus 3 for you.
Nat 20.
Okay, roll for damage, and it's a critical hit. So if you can do more damage than his hit points, you're sort of like knocking him down with one hit. I mean, no, it's not nat 20. It's an 18.
Plus the 3 modifier.
It's not nat though. It's called a flat. It's called a not nat 20. It's not natural. Natural is when you roll a 20 with your dice. So it's not a critical hit. It's just a normal hit.
It's a normal hit.
Yep.
18. So it's a 21 regular with that.
Just
Because
roll the damage.
Okay. That's a D4, right?
Are you using a sword or a dagger?
Bare hand.
Bare hand. That's. Are you a monk?
No, I'm a fighter, but I don't want to use my weapon and risk breaking the blade on his helmet.
You're not
so
gonna
then
break.
it would be just strength.
Yeah, no, it would be 1 damage usually. When you attack with your bare hands, it's just like 1 damage. I would recommend use your sword if you have one. It's not gonna break. Don't worry.
Okay. That's a D20, right? No.
No, that's a 1d6 for your sword.
Okay.
Plus, I'm assuming again your strength is like +1, so that's 5 damage. So you do hit him on the head. It's a pretty strong hit. He falls to the ground, and he's still pretty conscious though, and he's sort of like turning around to you and goes like, I promise, I won't misbehave. Please don't kill me, please. I'll do anything you want me to, please. He's like dropping his sword and shield. Is like crying to the floor. Delia, like you're a demon to him right now. You literally look like a demon. You're already a horse lady. You just killed his brother like that. You're a barbarian centaur. You're a demon for him right now. He's like, I said, he peed himself. He's crying. This guy's like,
Yeah. So
Ymir
Tyra
just like
is
hit him in the
going to
head.
move over and then literally bend down and be like, well, you could start with getting out of the way. And of course, Ymir, I don't know. Did you really want these guys to join your group?
Well, not the dead one, obviously, but this one I'm thinking about giving him a second chance. All he has to do is strip naked, run in circles 30 times around the entire village, and screaming, "I will not steal sheep."
I think that's a bit harsh. He did, after all, just do a job.
I mean,
I mean,
he's just asking him to run around naked and say, "I'm not gonna do it again." I don't think it's that harsh. I mean, his brother
right?
died. That's harsh.
Exactly.
when
that's
he's
why.
when he's done running, he can get dressed again and come help us.
It's like,
I
I'll
mean-
run. I'll do anything. I'll run naked. I'll do anything you want. Please, please, don't kill me.
Okay, strip naked and run.
He strips naked. The sheep herder is sort of like looking at him like, what the fuck is going on? And he sort of like runs away and hides in the sheep. He sort of like strips naked. He starts running across the village again, just like crying, running like a just like a scaredy cat. And he's turning around. He's screaming out of his lungs, I won't steal sheep anymore. I won't steal sheep. And he can't even quite scream it out loud. Like, he's crying so much he can't really scream it. And like he also like he's so scared that his sneaks are weak. So as he's running around, his sneaks sort of like fail and he falls to the ground. And he sort of like face palms on the grass, and he's like in face palms right in front of his like dead brother.
Poor guy.
So will that be sufficient, or does he need to roll more, or are you guys killing him?
That's sufficient.
He comes back. Can I clothe myself back?
Get dressed. Help
Gets
us find the
dressed.
other guy.
You want me to kill my brothers?
No, we're not going to kill him. We are, however, going to knock him out and make him run again. Or do you want to run for him?
I don't know. Just don't kill me, please. You terrify me.
You're not going to get killed. Go find a big stick, tie a piece of cloth to it, and write, I am one of Ymir's men.
I'll do it. And he's sort of like is like looking for stuff, and one of the sheep herders comes out and says, "Oh my God, you turned the tables on that situation so quickly. Thank you so much."
Yeah, no problem. Like, how come you haven't been able to pay the taxes yet?
I mean, nobody. This is not winter season, therefore nobody really needs wool for anything. And objectively, just like we also have been having a lot of problems with crops, so a lot of our sheeps died of starvation, and the few that we had, many have just been killed by this man and his brother. So it's going to be even harder for us to pay taxes. They want us to sell our land. I think it's the pennyworths. They want this land. They want to take the little that we have left, and if they cannot get it away from us with taxes, they're gonna get it away from us by having us not being able to pay those taxes. Please help.
I told you the lady spelled funny.
Yeah. I
And
can
the-
probably charge
the-
her too.
The sword brother comes out, says, yes, and the reason for the taxes it's because she says that she keeps the lizard folks away and other creatures from getting to the village now without defenses. She actually convinced us, the sword brothers, to become her tax collectors, and she said that we could just like pillage the town, gather the tax money, and just like get anything else we wanted for ourselves. But I understand it was wrong. I am so sorry. I'll try and do my best to redeem myself. Please don't kill me.
Relax, we're not gonna kill you. Go find somebody that's hurt and help them.
I will. And the sheep herder sort of like looks at him with diffidence, because this guy literally like killed a bunch of his sheep and was pillaging the village until a second ago, and he's like quite surprised to how you managed to turn him around so quickly. And then he tells you, I've seen the other men go down south, meeting probably with someone to leave. They already got all of our money. Perhaps you could get them in time before they leave.
Yeah. We can see what we can do.
Perfect. And he salutes you.
Yeah.
Go back to Baki and Aurum.
Can I just do a quick one? Yamir, do you know
Yes.
how to wash off blood from your hooves?
I mean, I can try, however, it would be better if we had enough money to pay one of these villagers. I know they work with animals all day, so they got more experience than I do.
Good idea.
That is true. That was a very
Oh.
smart idea. Baki, Aurum, you successfully collected all the materials. You just gotta go back to the tower.
Okay, should we go ahead and get over to the tower then?
We should head back fast.
Yeah, okay. Let's go.
So let's say you dash. And I can just like follow you. As you guys dash, you sort of see Jane Pennyworth talking with one of the sword brothers and one of the sword sisters. But you don't know what's happening in the other storyline. So like you don't know what's happening in the other encounter, so you can disregard that. You manage to make your way in here. You see just like a lonely sheep herder holding his sheep. He sort of like sees you passing and sees like this weird bucket running. And it's sort of like, huh? What's going on?
I've
Wow.
lived here. Tom, neighbor, you see me every day?
Where
Oh,
are our friends,
yes, you're
Bucky?
right. Yeah, no. He goes like, oh no, yes, like we've heard stories of like an alive bucket, but we've never seen him. As you get there, Bucky and Aurum, you see that the stone door has been blocked with like it's been propped closed with some sort of like no, not some sort. You've seen this banner. Our friend Yamir was holding it, and also you can see that they have replaced the lock. You also don't seem to see anybody sort of like barging at the door.
Okay, yeah.
Bucky, where are comrades?
Yeah. Very, very good question. Where they are.
Let's
Maybe
just
we can
hope
ask
this
the.
thing didn't.
What?
Bucky, I mean, like, I don't know your name, but just like Bucket Man. Are you the Bucket Man we heard from like the scientist who created you?
Probably. I'm
Wizard?
probably yeah, I think I'm the only bucket roaming around the this region.
We thought you were a legend. What you doing
No,
around here?
I'm very real, and there's nothing very legendary with me. I'm just a bucket, a walking bucket.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty extraordinary. Are you looking for your friends?
Yeah.
Your friends went to help us because a bunch of like bandits were pillaging our village. But from what I've seen and heard, things are already better right now. Even though they did steal all our money and killed most of our sheep, I managed to save this little one. Her name is Betsy.
Okay.
Okay.
So
We should
That-
make the potion at least now. Before.
yeah, I'm thinking since I am a bucket, and it seemed like the wizard or the alchemist didn't really pay any attention to my non-existent flesh.
Do you think I should
maybe
brew in you?
What?
The poison. Do you think I should brew the poison in the potion in your bucket?
I mean, last time I checked, the wizard or the alchemist knew how to make it. We
I
only have the
don't want this
ingredients.
thing to get out.
No, but if you let me in, you can just cover it up again. And let's say I'll have a sign, like a knocking thing.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay,
I'll say, hey, let me out. What about that?
Okay.
Meanwhile, from the top of the tower, we hear as the echo in the wind brings another scream of pain and anguish, and the sheep herder with the sheep Betsy just sort of like run away, like, oh my god!
So what do you think? Should I go up there and check up on him?
It's safer if you go than I go. I'm all flesh and blood. That's what he wants.
So I guess we'll try to open up the door.
It's so simple. It's like a miracle this door was standing
Yeah, okay,
still. Whoever
so-
thought that this was like gonna hold the door closed, they were in
No.
for no.
And I close it after he gets in and hold it again, like moving my full body weight.
Bucky,
This
give me an athletic
remembers me.
check. Give me an athletic
What?
check for climbing up the stairs. An athletic
Oh
check.
Jesus!
I mean, there's a lot of stairs, and they go up and up and up and up and up. And around.
21.
21. Oh my
21.
god, you're
Yeah.
used to this. You've run a bunch, and now you are like quite fit for the stairs. With your little wooden legs, you manage to climb all the way on top, and you can see the zombie alchemist wizard who's sort of like prepping everything, and he has in his hand. It appears that it's like a piece of flesh, and he's like sort of like eating at it as if it was beef jerky. And he goes like, he doesn't really notice you because you don't carry like a smell of flesh or anything like that. So he's unaware of your presence.
Hey, wizard, alchemist, you there? Or is it the
Who's-
zombie?
Oh my god! It's me.
Okay.
Did you get the plans, please? Oh,
Yeah, I got the yellow pad and the tulip.
Oh my
I had him.
What? You're a bucket? Sorry, I didn't focus my senses on you earlier. Oh my god, you're such an interesting creation. What are you? Oh.
I am a bucket, but can you just make the potion so we can have a civilized conversation after you've
Yes.
consumed it?
Yes,
Right.
in one of my attacks of hungry rage, as you can see, I have destroyed all my brewing stations. Could I perhaps make the potion in your head?
That's all fine. I have tested a few different liquids. It should be safe.
So he takes the he takes the last like chunk of flesh that he has and like eats it, and then he sort of like gets the flowers that you've brought him. He starts turn them into powder and dust, and he starts to mix them in your head. And he tells you, do you know any like fire spells so that you can like boil the water in your head?
Oh yeah, yes indeed, but hold on. Do you need it boiled? Because I'd prefer that I wouldn't die because I used Firebolt on myself.
Oh, okay.
So
do you know?
I can use All's Mage Evolved Prestigiation to just warm up the liquid. If
Yes,
that would
that
help.
sounds like a good. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
I will.
You're a smart bucket. Oh, I just wish you were my assistant. We could do great things together.
So I'll warm up the liquid.
And a nice aroma starts to come out of it, and then he takes out a vial and puts it in there and starts to shake it. Yeah, you can see that then he goes to the shelves and grabs like different little things and he starts putting them in there. So it appears that in order to make this potion, is this not only needed these 2 plants, there's also like other stuff needed. It seems to be quite a complicated alchemy. And as he's working on it, he spends a good like 15, almost 30 minutes crafting this thing. And Orem, you're starting to getting worried of whatever is happening up there. Bucky, shortly after, you can see him like holding this this vial, and he looks at you and says, "I made it. I finished it. I just need to drink it now." Flash, and you see that he's going into a spasm, and he's suddenly losing control.
So I'll use Shape Water to put the liquid into his down his throat and into his stomach, I guess.
Excellent. That's actually a very smart move. As he's going into this like fit of just like compulsion and zombie hunger, you throw this liquid in his mouth. He disregards you because you don't have flesh, and at first like pushes you aside, sort of like going for the stairs that he smells the smell of flesh from Orem. And then just like he takes a few steps and starts to like cough, and then he starts to throw up this sort of like orange liquid. And through like his fleshy / zombie / skeleton skin on the ribs, you can see his stomach, like his actual organ, and you can see it shrinking and almost like disappearing. And then he sort of like gets a moment of breathing and relaxes. And then he turns around. In his eyes, you might seem some sort of madness, but then you realize it's happiness. And he comes to you and says, Bucket Man, you made it. Oh my god, I don't feel the zombie hunger anymore. And he like raises his hand, so like holds like kind of like decrepit and like rancid. I'll have to try and understand how to fix this, I guess. But at least I'm not gonna eat anyone anytime soon. Thank you, Bucky. Thank you so much.
No problem. It is a honor.
This talking about honor, I would love to discuss with you the possibility of having you, work for me on a longer time frame. I would love to have you as my assistant. I could teach you so much, Bucky, so much to tell.
I would love to learn about alchemy and how I could use it to benefit both me and everyone else around me.
Thank you so much, Bucky. I feel now like I have to rest, and I'll do some more research to understand if I can do anything about my horrific appearance. And you can see that he's starting to like organize his books and put everything in order. You can now join Orem if you want it downstairs.
Yeah, last thing I'll do before I leave, I'll just leave his book so he can actually use it.
Perfect. That's very nice of you.
And I will walk down.
You walk down to Orem, and you're actually inside. He's holding the door outside. You have your secret
Oh yeah,
knock.
true. That turned into, hey, let me out. It's done. He's good. Do I have
Can
to
you
knock?
prove it somehow? Just
Do you want to
step
build this?
away. No, I don't want to build a snowman.
That's the secret password.
You want to build a fucking snowman, of course. So, is this back to normal?
Define normal. He doesn't have the taste of flesh or the cravings for flesh. He still looks like the thing he looked like, whatever it was. But he's better.
Meanwhile, Ymir and Delia, if you were going south, you would be able to be here, and perhaps Orem would be able to spot you. So Orem, why don't you tell me? Actually, roll me like a perception check. We're gonna consider like your flat perception to see if with the corner of your eye you can see them passing by, so we can reunite the group.
Perception is 12.
I mean, yes, it is good enough. You're able to spot Delia through like these two rocks. You can spot her passing by. Also, Ymir. I'm gonna just like move the token for him. So you could sort of like raise your voice
Seems
and
like our friends are back.
there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
And also like Ymir, you do spot Orem.
I wonder how their adventure was.
Pretty boring. we collected flowers. It's not much to that one.
It was
We
very
saved
lovely.
sheeps.
I made a friend.
You made a friend.
She
Yeah,
killed somebody,
The
and I made a.
alchemist.
Oh,
She killed somebody, and I got a man.
you got him. Are you
Well,
married
No.
now?
No homo. No
Are
homo.
you married?
No, I am not married. I have a guy who works for me. He is now a mercenary. He was one of the sword brothers. He was a sword brother thingy. He was one of the sword
okay.
family.
So
Yeah.
whatever.
That's what it was. Sword family.
But what are you guys doing here? You
Oh,
just-
we're gonna run over the pennied woman.
what's happening?
Yeah.
Turns out she's a mean woman.
Yes.
Oh,
I told Pennyworth lady that I would stab her in the chest if she told us wrong. She straight up freaking lied to us. She's trying to take their land, their animals, and their money to further herself.
You're really
but
righteous,
also
aren't you?
it's like the threat of the lizard people, though.
Mm-hmm. She's holding a threat that I don't think is real over their
Oh,
heads.
they are lizard people.
Okay, but are lizard people known to attack villages?
I
no.
don't come from this side, so I don't know.
They very rarely. It's mostly when they are scarce of for food.
Okay, are they scarce on food?
Most probably.
I don't think so. There wasn't any, or it didn't seem like there was any big activity by the swamp. So I would guess no.
Okay, so she is holding a fake problem over their heads. Let's go kill her.
Why should we kill her?
No, oh,
I am
Because
saying
she lied to us. And I told her if she lied to us, I kill her. I am not afraid of some crazy old lady with a knife.
But
As you are
I'm not allowed to
discussing-
kill this ugly best kind of alchemist back then. But
As
you're
you-
allowed
as you-
to kill somebody just.
As you are debating between yourself,
Because
you can see
he
the sheep,
asked for help.
you
And
can see the
I
sheep
felt
herder.
obligated to help him. She lied to us, and I told her, you lied to us, you die.
You can see the sheep herder with Betsy sort of like running between the walls and pointing south, being like, "She's running away!" And you can hear in the distance the sound of just like horses going like, and if you
Let's
all
go
like,
get them.
let's go.
so as you peer through, you can see that actually Pennyworth is on top of a horse, and she has sacks on her horse filled with money, and like you can't even reach her, and she says hi to the horse, and she starts running south. Same
Can
for
I-
the other. wait, hold on a second. Same for the other sword brothers. But you notice that she does a quick turn, and she sort of like kicks Tom down of his horse, and sort of like yells at him, "No, you stay here, and you make sure that they don't follow us." And then she tries and goes. Someone wanted to do something?
I was wondering if I could use Firebolt on her.
No
You can
killing.
definitely-
Don't
You mean-
kill the sword brother. You can kill her though.
No,
He's evil.
on
To
Pennyworth.
Pennyworth. But yes, roll for hit. And we're not in initiative yet.
Okay, hold on. I am just. Let's see. 21.
Oh, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
Let's see. Oh, I hate my PC. It's so laggy. Let's see.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh wow, 8.
8 full damage. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So as she's running away on her horse, you manage to shoot your firebolt. You actually shoot her in the mantle. Not only she takes the fire damage, and you actually burn her. Like she gets a very bad burn on her face, and her hair catches on fire. So as some of like her beautiful mantle is set on flame, her hair is on fire, and you can see that you actually like are probably gonna leave her with a scar. As she's running away, she screams, "I'll get you, Bucket, for that! You're a dead Bucket!" And she runs away with the other Blade sister, while she leaves Tom behind to fight you. Tom sort of like picks up his sword that fell down as he fell down from the horse, and he picks up his shield, and he's sort of like shaking in his boots, and he guessed that he has no other chance or to anything to do but to fight. But if you show him another way, he might not have to fight you.
Can I walk up to him?
Go, Ymir.
What?
Yeah, go ahead. You want some of this, huh? You want my
No.
your guts, huh?
No, let's not fight. I gave your brother a promise that I would not kill you. Or your sister.
My brothers?
Well, one of them's
Just brother.
one of them is dead. The other one has become one of my men. I am giving you the same option. Become one of my men.
Who killed my brother? Who killed my brother?
That is of no consequence at the moment. But we can blame it on that crazy Pennyworth chick because she is straight up evil. She kicked you off your horse and left you here to fight and die. Is that somebody you want to work for?
I mean, roll me a persuasion check with advantage, Ymir. That's a very good point you're making.
I typed in the command wrong.
It's okay. Roll me a flat 20, and if you know your charisma bonus well, if you don't, we can figure it out.
I think it's a +1.
So just roll me a d20, and we're gonna add +1 to it. Don't worry about it. Oh, 16. That's pretty good. You're making a convincing argument. He's sort of like, he's still not very sure if he can trust you because you just told him like his brother died and you're not telling him who killed him. But he was also just like kicked off a horse by Jane Pennyworth. So he looks at you
Remember,
and
it was advantage.
"Oh yes, no, absolutely. You can roll again, Ymir, if you want to see if you can get a higher roll."
No, I'm going to keep it this one. I don't want to press my luck anymore. The
Okay.
dice gods over the past few days have not liked me. I'm surprised they gave me this.
But Ymir, with advantage, we count only the highest one. So if you roll lower, it doesn't matter. You just get a chance to roll higher.
Okay.
It's just good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, none of
What
it
did I tell
See,
you about the dice
doesn't
gods?
matter. it doesn't matter. Since you were rolling with advantage, we still count the 15, so that's fine. He's not gonna turn over and work for you right now, but he tells you, if one of my brothers is still alive, bring me to him. The Sword Brothers Union might have been short-lived, and we might have been manipulated and controlled by our sister, who then betrayed us and joined Jane Pennyworth. She said that we were able to pillage the village and get anything we wanted if we collected the taxes for her, which we did, but she didn't share any of it with us. She just take all of it and she split it half with my sister. I need to speak with my brother.
You come work for me, you get money.
What?
But we also get to kill your traitorous sister and that stupid, crazy bimbo.
Oh my god! I don't want to kill my sister.
Okay, we don't have to kill your sister, but we are definitely killing that crazy bimbo Pennyworth.
She did kick me off a horse. I would love to. He looks at Bucky and he goes like, he points a finger at you. It's like, you did well. You show that crazy manipulative bastard. Whoa! He grew in size all of a sudden. You showed her what? I respect you, Bucket Man. And if this bucket works with you, blonde sir, I would love to spend some time with you and delve into the mystery of who killed my brother. And he sort of like steps forward and he brings out his hand to you, Ymir, and says, "Until then, I think that we can find an agreement to collaborate."
I take his hand and nodding, saying yes, and you can call me Ymir.
You can call me Tom, Ymir, and I'm sorry I called all of you chickens. You are truly terrifying people, and maybe I am the chicken because right now I'm shaking in my boots. And then he looks at Delia and goes like, "Is that blood on your hooves?"
Don't worry about it.
And that's actually where we're gonna end our session today. Don't worry about it. It's not the blood of your brother. Perfect. So, small disclaimer before we end the session. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us and playing this. I'm sorry for the delay if it took us some time to start. I'll make sure to double check with everybody on just like the preparation so that we can start smoothly. Thank you, Patty, for being here with us. Thank you, Big Nut. I loved your character. It was so fun. Milos, I can't wait where you want to go with this militia thing. It's going to be so interesting. And of course, Ava, thank you so much for jumping in last minute to help us. You're so sweet and your character is like so interesting and lovable. I hope to see you guys soon. And as a reminder, this map is now yours. And when we reschedule another game, it could be any of you returning and other people traveling from other maps like Ava did today. And you're going to be able to explore more, see all the different resources. And if you do want to build something in here, you can start and like find the resources to do that. Or want to travel to other maps, you can travel to other maps that we have discovered so far and get the resources from there, or just like meet new players. And that is it. Thank you so much. I'm going to switch now into closing mode to just like do some closing remarks. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Wacky Adventures of Blue. This was Taxes, Sheep, and Death. As always, there's like 80% that gets improvised of the show. And it's just like based off of what happens and what the players choose to do. The story was not meant to go exactly this way. Actually, I don't think it was meant to go in any way. There's just like some main pinpoints, and depending on how the players move along with those pinpoints, the story sort of like changes on the go, and it's extremely draining. My brain is dying right now, and I just want to go to sleep. But thank you so much for watching this. See you next time.